Welcome to Tinker Tailor Gamer Scribe, and we're going to jump right in. So I am starting with the iterative design for the ball return, and I'm starting with where the balls will drop into the return from the bottom bucket of the Pachinko machine itself. I figured it's the good place to start. I'm just going to go basically follow the path from the beginning to the end. So this will be first, and then I'll, have the ramp that takes everything into the back and blah, blah, blah. But this is where I'm starting. So, I'm shaping or spacing, I should say, the hole for the receptacle, I guess is the proper term for it. I don't know, but, that's what I'm going to use. And then obviously here I'm using a cylinder hole to hollow it out because it needs to be a tube. Originally, I thought I would go ahead and just use a piece of PVC pipe, but I changed my mind because I needed some way to secure the pipe in there, and the Pachinko machine itself gives me a perfect opportunity to do that via this, which will be in one of the corners of your screen right now. There's that little space you can see, and I'm going to make it so that the tube will have little tabs that will lock in. There's two of them. One you can see, one is on the other side. I couldn't get my camera in so that you would be able to see it, but there's two in there, and so when I'm building the tube here, I include one of them. I haven't quite got to that point. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Sorry about that. But, so those little, so that will sit there, and then you can see I made a slope for the inside of the tube just to make extra sure that the balls, don't have anything to hang up on as they, drop into the ball return. So here I go. Now I'm building my little tab. I'm not doing anything special with it. It's just there so that I can have it as a basis and to get the spacing right for it. In terms of how deep on the tube does it need to go in order to be in the right position. So that's what that is. And then now, you can see, I've got the thing. It's 3 or 4 inches long, but I am just doing the test. I'm not just building it. I'm, iterative design. That's the way I operate. So you can see here, I built this little box to cut it down because I only need that operational portion of it. So with that done, I save it to STL, and then, the STL goes over to the shop where I can slice it into the G code, and I did not include that, but it's, just preps the STL so that it can be printed, which is what you can see here. I'm kind of doing double duty, and am using this iterative design for the ball return to recalibrate my printer. I don't know what's going on with my 3D printer, but it's not extruding properly anymore. So I'm going to dink with some settings before I start messing with it mechanically again, because I really don't want to have to do that. But so anyway, this is it, printing it, and it's a terrible print, but fortunately it just needs to be approximately the right size so that I can gauge it. And as you can see here, the first one is too small. I kind of knew that was going to be the case, but you can see it's too small. The gap between the Pachinko machine hole and the tube is way too wide. Balls will hang up and blah blah blah, and that's just horrible. We don't want that. So back to the drawing board. So here I am back in Tinkercad. I've got my little piece. So I adjust it so it's a little bit wider, right? And everything looks good, except now that it's wider, I think I need to reduce the size of the tab a little bit. Because it's going to be a semi-solid piece of plastic because of my printer. But if it sticks out too far, I won't be able to get it in there. So you can see me like I'm ungrouping all of the things so that I can pick it out and basically just shrink it down a little bit, which, you know, is fine. And I guess spoilers, but it didn't get in the way, but not for the reason you think. A minor, well, yeah, it's a minor oversight, but one that I was completely unprepared for until I got to the printing phase. So I'm making it the STL, take it to the shop, drop it into my slicer, and discovered that it's the wrong shape. So you can see here, it kind of fits one way, but not the other, and that's because I'm a dummy. You can see here, the first iteration and the second iteration. The second iteration is an oval. The reason why I'll get into in the construction of the third iteration. So here I am. I'm back in Tinkercad again. The reason why it's ovular, even though the sizes are pretty close to the same, is because I shaped the circle while the tab was part of the my little, you know, sticky tab or sticky outy tab was part of the object, so it was incorporating that into the total distance for that portion. So the tube itself ended up being an oval, and I completely did not even consider that when I built it. So this time, obviously, here I pulled the tab out. Now I'm making sure that the circle is the right size and a circle. Then I'm putting the tab back in. Yeah, I was printing it when I was like, that doesn't look quite right. And then, yeah, my suspicions were confirmed when I tried to put it into the Pachinko machine itself. But, yeah, so, I also went back to the bigger tab, just in case. I figure I could nip it down if I needed to help it get in there, but I wanted to, now that I'm pretty sure I've got the circle the right size for the outer diameter of the tube, I wanted to make sure that that tab actually is in the right location. It felt right from the first iteration, so I didn't change it. But with the first iteration being way too small a diameter, I couldn't confirm it. So I made a bigger tab this time. But anyway, so here I go. I'm grouping everything back together so it's in my short little stubby. And you can see it's an actual circle, not an oval. Okay, STL over to my slicer so I can print it. And this is what I ended up with. It fits really, really well. I'm very happy with it. The tab is in the right place. I did, as you can see here, I had to cut it down so that I could fit it in, because with this iteration being so close, the tab was too big. I couldn't get it to go in, so I had to nip it down so that I got everything in the right spot. But there's enough of the tab left. The placement for that tab is perfect. I will find the positioning for the other tab, and then I have an idea for a system that will allow those to be springy. And then that'll be, more towards actually building the final. But then, so here is the final. You can see all three iterations. I got it in 3. Honestly, I'm pretty happy about that. So, next will be, building the little catch/ramp/tray thing that will carry the balls from the front to the back.